All right, this is our review on Crazy K for this round. So what you're going to do is I'll show you the question on here, and then you are going to answer it on the Edpuzzle. So for the first one, we're going to look at the graph below. Is it proportional, yes or no? If yes, what is the constant of proportionality? So for this first graph, take a look. Is this proportional, yes or no? If you said yes, you would be correct. It is a straight line and it goes through the origin, which is right here. To find the constant of proportionality, we need to find a point on the graph where it actually goes right through one of the actual grids. So here my y value is 40, my x value is 50. So to find my constant of proportionality, I'm doing y divided by x. So I'm doing 40 divided by 50, which is going to give me 4/5. Or you could have said 0.8. Either of those would have been acceptable here. For question number 2, same thing. You're going to look at the graph. Is it proportional, yes or no? And then if yes, I'll prompt you again for the constant of proportionality. Take a look at this graph. Proportional, yes or no? This graph is not proportional. It is a straight line. However, it does not go through the origin. So there is no constant of proportionality here. Number 3, the following table shows the relationship between the number of miles driven by Mr. Grabner in his car and the amount of gas that he's used. So we have an XY table here. Question letter A, is the relationship proportional? So this is a yes or a no answer. If you go through and you do your y divided by your x values, this first one, y divided by x, gives you 27.4. 191 divided by 8 also gives you 27.4. 246.6 divided by 9 is going to give you 27.4. And 301.4 divided by 11 is also going to give you 27.4. Since all the k values are the same, yes, the relationship is proportional. For your next question here, it says which statement is true? So we have A, Mr. G gets no more than 27 miles per gallon. B, Mr. G gets 27.4 miles per gallon. C, Mr. G gets 191 miles per 7 gallons. Or D, Mr. G gets 0.036 miles per gallon. Correct statement here is letter choice B, because that was our K value that we had. Question number 4, use the graph to answer the following questions. The graph shows the amount of dough Brittany has prepared and the number of hours she has worked at the bakery. So for question 4, what is the unit rate for this proportional relationship? Unit rate, remember, is y divided by x. To find the unit rate here, you need to find a point where it goes through the grid of the graph. My y value is 3 and my x value is 1. So 3 divided by 1 is just going to be a unit rate of 3. My y label is kilograms per hour. So 3 kilograms per hour would take us to letter choice C. Down here, we're going to have a couple more. Question number 5. What does the point 2,6 represent on this graph? So the 0.26, x represents the hours, and 6 represents the kilograms. So the first one says 2 kilograms of dough, which is not accurate. The second one says 6 kilograms of dough in 2 hours, and that would be correct. And then the last one says 12 kilograms made in 2 hours. Correct answer choice here is letter B. Using your answer from number 4 here, we're going to use this for number 6. Remember, our unit rate K was 3 up here. So for number 6, which equation represents this proportional relationship? For this one, since K is 3, our value is y equals kx, so letter C is our answer choice. Final question relating to this graph, which could also be a point on the graph. Remember, the K value would have to be the same. So for the first one here, we would have 4 divided by 2, which would give us a K value of 2, which is not correct. 5 divided by 1.5 would give us a K value of 3.3 repeating, which is not correct. 1.5 divided by 5 does in fact give us 3, so that's 1. And let's just real quick check 10 divided by 7, which actually gives us a K value of 1.42, blah, blah, blah. So the correct answer choice here is C. For number 8, we're going to use 8, 9, and 10 here. We're going to use the following information to answer the questions that follow. So these are the points. Susie says they represent a proportional relationship. So the first question is, what is the constant of proportionality? To find the constant of proportionality, you do y divided by x, keeping in mind this is your x, this is your y. So 5 divided by 4, 15 divided by 12, and 7.5 divided by 6. Since there are no decimal answers here, it looks like 5/4 is going to actually be our k value. So that would be letter choice D. Which point could be included in her list to represent the proportional relationship? So for this one, what you have to do is go through and check which k value matches 5/4. This first one is 0.8, so that's not going to work. If I do 35 28ths, that does actually give us the 5/4. So that is the one. Just real quick checking here, I get this is 1.3 repeating, and this one is an undefined statement. So B is our correct answer here. 10. Which equation represents the proportional relationship? Knowing that our k value is 5/4, we would have y equals 5/4 x, which is letter choice C here. And that's it for your K review.